Okay, there's another Ben Shabibo. I'm gonna put myself through this. Okay, I'm gonna put myself through this.
You have homeowners insurance and anything about capitalists are. It's amazing. I know lots of extraordinarily rich people. I know billionaires. I know multi-billionaires. I know some of the richest people on earth, actually. And let me tell you, they don't live like the people at the Met Gala dress. The people at the Met Gala want you to think that this is what capitalists live like. But the only people who live like this are the people at the Met Gala. It is these celebrities who spend their nights dressing like fools, wearing $10,000 gowns that look like a child made them in art class. It's an incredible thing. And
yeah, it's an art show, dude. What the fuck? What is this dumbass and his fucking dumbass audience unironically think that, like, you know, rich people are just like, or artists are constantly fucking dressing like this, dude? What a psycho. I mean, holy shit, dude. I went from fucking criticizing the optics of, like, the AOC thing to, like, honestly, I have to push back against this level of idiocy, okay?
And so I kind of love the Met.
Thank you, Tyler Jake Law, for the 10 gift this
Gala, because it exposes them for the frauds they are. You know, there's a very famous essay by Tom Wolfe. It's maybe the best political essay of all time. It's called Radical Chic. It was originally printed in New York Magazine. It was about a party at Leonard Bernstein's house. And that party was Leonard Bernstein and his then wife, and they get together in a penthouse with a bunch of Black Panthers. This is a cover story for New York Magazine. And the whole thing is hysterically funny because it is a bunch of upper crust radical leftists who have benefited from the systems of the United States.
Bro, this was literally at a time when one of the most radical, revolutionary organizing movements that have ever existed in the history of the United States that had literally all of their fucking leaders assassinated by the American government. This is how they were getting funds from those other people who wanted to give them fucking money. What a psychotic thing. Those liberals, unironically, were putting their fucking money where their mouth is. What the fuck? Like, that is so crazy, dude. If anything, that's like, from Ben Shapiro's worldview, those liberals were literally funding terrorists, okay? Racialized terrorists, the Black Panthers. I'm terrified of that. Hasan's mini fridge. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Hasan's mini fridge. Anyway, that's no, we're not watching all 47 minutes. This is just like the whole leftist cosplay at the Met Gala shit.
Patronizing the Black Panthers who show up and are telling them how white pigs should be killed and all the white people are just clapping for them.
That's not what happened. Dude, oh my God. Dude, this shit is so fucking... Oh, you're like a baby. You're a literal baby. What frustrates me about this fucking rhetoric is that you are literally a fucking baby, okay? You are explaining history to a bunch of fucking dumb hogs in the same way that a fucking baby would, okay? Your understanding of the Black Panthers or what the fuck was going on is likened to an actual imbecile, okay? It's so fucking stupid. Yeah, they were like, yeah, kill the black man, or kill the white man, and all the white people are like, yay. That's how it works. That's how it was going on. That's what the Black Panther organization was about, actually.
Right. That's the entirety of the essay. Well, the only difference between Radical Chic, that Tom Wolfe essay, and what happens at the Met Gala every year is that they are actually not even bringing in the Black Panthers. They don't actually bring in any radicals. They don't even bring anybody in to act as sort of like...
He's right. Yes, if you are a true radical person, you're very likely not going to get invited to the Met Gala. Okay? That's true. He's right about that. AOC's AOC being invited to the Met Gala or being accepted by people that attend the Met Gala is yet another demonstration that she has, for many people at least, like she's been defanged, okay? Like she does not constitute a serious threat to those people's existence. So, like, I don't think they're gonna fucking invite people like AOC, or not even AOC, but like I don't think they're gonna invite like actual fucking radical people to events like this. Okay? That's the truth. I would trust Ben's research. Then your Twitter and YouTube research says return bull. Go ahead, brother. No, you're right. Ben Shapiro does incredible research. That's why he just like reduced the Black Panther Party to kill white pigs. Yay! You're right. Does it make you feel? Does it make you feel better about like living in a world where you're just idiotic and wrong? Oh, someone feeling left out? What? About what? You mad you didn't get invited? I will never get invited to the Met Gala. Like, that's not a, you know, that's normal. Of course I'm not going to get fucking invited to the Met Gala. I'm not relevant enough. I am way too fucking rude. Like, I am not celebrated in those same circles because I routinely shit on people within those same circles. So, like, even if I did get a level of relevance where I could be invited to events like that, or people in similar fucking positions of prominence were getting invited to events like that, I would not be one of those people. I love that, you know, people will turn around and be like, dude, yeah, because you're irrelevant. Yeah, I mean, I already admitted that. I was the first person who admitted that. You would go to the Met Gala or the AVN Awards if you were invited to both? I would 100% go to the fucking Met Gala, by the way, if I was invited. It's idiotic to say that you wouldn't. Who wouldn't? That's so stupid.
The exhibits at the museum that they can stare at and say, ooh, those are the radicals. We love them. They actually pretend to be them. It's as though at Leonard Bernstein's dinner party, Leonard Bernstein had dressed up as a Black Panther and then declared himself brave for doing so. Right? That is what the Met Gala is every single year. And it's astonishing. I mean, it really is. And so we saw a lot of that last night. We'll get to we'll save the best for.
Do you acknowledge that you're partially the product of the same nepotism that allows for the continuation of capitalistic systems? I acknowledge that I have benefited greatly from nepotism, but if you advocate that it's the continuation of capitalistic systems, then, you know, you're a fucking idiot. Like me working for my uncle's fucking 26-person media startup YouTube channel, and I was getting paid 20 grand a fucking year, is not a continuation of the capitalistic systems, you dumb idiot.
For last, because we have to. But it began with folks like Megan Rapinoe showing up, and Megan Rapinoe shows up wearing a red, white, and blue outfit and holding a small purse that says, "In gay we trust." See, because it's not God, it's in gay we trust. You see, like it's the theme was American fashion, because nothing says respect for America like replacing God with gay.
Yeah, I mean, America's pretty fucking gay, dude. So, like, what a fucking nerd, dude. What a silly little bitch nerd Ben Shapiro is. How the fuck can anyone who has ever had sex watch this motherfucker and be like, yeah, he's really spitting. My man Ben Shapiro, he's really spitting right now. Oh, God, he got so mad about, you know, replacing the word gay with God. Listen. This is bullshit aesthetic posturing. Okay? And also, if you want to shit on someone's ugly-ass fucking clothes, there was another one that was way worse than fucking Megan Rapinoe. It's the fucking dude from Schmidt, whatever, that show that dude was wearing the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life, with like the Dan Levi with the two dudes that are making out. Oh my God, that shit was so gaudy. Oh my fucking Lord. Jesus Christ. That shirt has created more homophobia than Ben Shapiro ever wishes he could create, okay? Anyway. So, that's one thing. But this is just aesthetic shit, okay? This is totally just like bullshit aesthetic posturing. It has nothing to do with like material gains or anything like that, okay? It's pink washing for the most part. And let me tell you something. Getting super fucking caught up in this performative bullshit also shows that you yourself are, only in it for the fucking aesthetics. Like, how the fuck do you find yourself getting this goddamn triggered over a person that says, in gay we trust? You are such a clown, dude. Holy fuck. What an unserious person.
In gay we trust. See, because not God, it's in gay we trust. You see, like it's the theme was American fashion. Because nothing says respect for America like replacing God with gay.
They're not respecting God.
Right? She's such a revolutionary, Megan Rapinoe. She is standing up to the patriarchy. Every single day she's standing up to the patriarchy by making money from the patriarchy.
I'm pretty sure dance stuff was made by a gay artist. Okay. So? Like, what? Are we going to sit here and be like, Dan Levi's outfit was good, dude? Like, really? Oh, it was made by a gay artist? Never mind. I'm sorry then. Yeah, dude, totally. Like, I don't give a fuck. That shit was corny, bro. It was terrible. Bro, come on, justify this for me, please. Make it make sense to me, okay? It's camp. It's amazing. Yeah, I know. I just don't understand the camp. You would wear this? No, the fuck I would not, dude. What the fuck? You'd wear that to get into the Met Gala, bitch? Okay, maybe. No. Dave Wojnarowicz, an artist who made the painting called F you, F word, fuck you, F word, fucker, that this outfit is based on, hated the art world so much that when his first official gallery show opened, he collected a box of live rats and set it loose in the gallery during opening reception. What? This was the early 1980s when Lower East Side, Greenwich Village was still going through the first of many cycles of gentrification. And Times Square was still porn theaters. AIDS was rapidly accelerating. David was working 3 jobs to get by and cruising the Christopher St. Pierre. A decade later, he was dead due to government neglect, and his famous request to be dropped at the steps of the FDA was unable to be honored, but there was a coffin march through the streets of Manhattan in the rain, and his comrades could only feel the pressure and need for release. Everyone should read more about / by David. He's my favorite artist, one of the only artists from that era that matters, and it's because he joined ACT UP and was doing mass action politics until he died. Read close to the Knives and a biography of him and ask me if you want more. Jesus Christ, dude. So they took this dude's work of art and fucking slammed it on top of a fucking piece of gaudy, like, campy attire in perhaps one of the worst fucking representations of the art world. One of the most, like, jerk off, God damn. An outfit is officially a crime now? I mean, it was a crime before this. Anyway, okay. Jesus Christ. All right, let's get back to this dildo.
And appealing for the help of male politicians and spending all day long whining about her position as a very wealthy white woman who gets to play a sport that no one watches other than once every 4 years and be a social activist that has not actually achieved things. So that's exciting stuff. So, but at least she trusts in gay.
Wait, I don't understand. Like, what is this fucking take, dude? Because of people like Ben Shapiro, her fucking existence is considered activism, okay? Like, you literally sit there and make money off of making the lives of people that look like Megan Rapinoe worse every fucking day. You advocate for policies that would make people like Megan Rapinoe's lives worse every fucking day. And then you turn around and fucking complain that they're, like, existing while simultaneously being like, what are they even complaining about? Their lives are great. My man said nobody watches soccer. Well, I mean, nobody in America watches soccer, so he's not wrong about that. But it's like putting famously anti-capitalist Basquiat's work on clothes and Coach purchase or sell shit. He would absolutely hate how his art is being used for profit. I don't know about that. I heard that Basquiat was not necessarily famously anti-capitalist. I thought so as well, but it turns out he wasn't necessarily. It was more so his work of art that had anti-capitalist inspirations, but he himself was not necessarily a anti-capitalist.
That's pretty exciting. And Gay We Trust is we had Megan Rapinoe, and then we had Cara Delevingne. And I may be screwing up her name, but frankly, I don't care because I really don't know very much who she is. Apparently, she's some sort of model. And here, she was modeling a bib/straitjacket. I don't know what this top is supposed to be. And it says, peg the patriarchy. Oh, the courage. Oh, the stunning courage and bravery. Peg the patriarchy. Because pegging, of course, is an obscure sexual practice in which women perform the more...
Dude, like, yeah, this is cringe, okay? Like, this is super fucking cringe. But I kind of like it now, okay? Like, it's an awful outfit. It's fucking mega cringe. It's like, oh, peg the patriarchy. If you don't know what it is, look it up, right? Like Cara Delevingne is literally the fucking daughter of, like, some of the most, like, wealthy landlords on the fucking planet, okay? Just like every one of those celebrities that is attending the Met Gala are. These are beneficiaries of a profound amount of intergenerational wealth that they've been able to secure through, oftentimes, like, directly through, like, the slave trade, you know what I mean? Or, like, owning fucking sugar plantations, shit like that. And then their fucking parents and their grandparents become, like, massive landlords in areas like London and whatnot. They become lords and shit like that. And then they themselves have been brought up in this. They themselves have been brought up in this fucking world. And now they're turning around and, rocking these kinds of, like, aggressive, annoying fucking fits. But my God, it makes me so fucking happy when I see, like, pearl clutching Andes like this. Like, people like Ben Shapiro. Her father was a leader of the Black and Tans. Yeah, like, her father literally assassinated random Irish people, okay? Which, by the way, I didn't know. I didn't know when I matched her on Raya. Would I still go on a date with her? Absolutely. I'm a fucking phony. I'm a fake. Whatever. But also, just, to give you a frame of reference, like, same, bruh. Anyway, but like I said, Ben Shabibo, like, pearl clutching and being upset about, again, yet another instance of, like, aesthetic, performative, nonsensical fucking acts like this is hilarious to me, okay? Not as hilarious as forgetting the top of the hour ad break that exists, right? And then forgetting to run it, right? Only to run it now, 12 minutes later, 13 minutes later, at the top of the hour. But still hilarious. Now, of course, if you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, and many of you do want this, you can subscribe. You can do it for $4. Okay? Subscribe for $4 because it's September, or you can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime, that is. Or you can use an ad block or a VPN. But Twitch Prime is free if you steal your wife's boyfriend's Amazon Prime and use it to connect to your Twitch. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. So, Ben, an obscure practice such as pegging. Imagine thinking your conservative male audience isn't familiar with pegging. Pepela, I agree. Ben knows all about pegging and stuff, but equating penetration with power is kind of a shitty and a miss for me. Yeah, I just, like, every part of this message and all of this is just, like, silly as fuck.
Aggressive sexual act on men. Peg the patriarchy. right? Which, yeah. And she's pegging the patriarchy by being a model for the pleasure of men, generally speaking.
Oh my God. Yes. Modeling is when you are, you know, fitting your expectations of the male gaze. Like when you look like this, dude. If there's one person that is literally not trying to fucking appeal to the male gaze, it's fucking Cara Delevingne, okay? Holy shit. She literally has like the wet hair and everything, dude. She's just like, this is the most lesbian outfit you could put together, okay? What the fuck are you talking about? You're literally looking at a photo like this and going like, oh my God, trying to appeal to the male gaze. Like, God damn, dude.
Courage and bravery. Peg the patriarchy. Form the more aggressive sexual act on men. Peg the patriarchy, right? Which, yeah. And she's pegging the patriarchy.
What was that? Wait, hold on. I gotta run that again. Wait, what?
Courage and bravery. Peg the women patriarchy. Because pegging, of course, is an obscure sexual practice, aggressive sexual act on men. Peg the patriarchy, right? Which, yeah. And
stop, dude. What the fuck? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's pegging the patriarchy by being a model for the pleasure of men, generally speaking. And also, she's pegging the patriarchy by wearing scantily clad outfits that say this. And the patriarchy is quaking in its boots, let me tell you. Wow.
Yeah, the only time you defeat the patriarchy is when you fucking wear a burqa, dude. Like, Kim Kardashian was pegging the patriarchy by dressing up the way that she did.
The courage. You know, by the way, where the patriarchy is actually dominant, you think a woman could wear this? So in Afghanistan right now, the patriarchy is pretty dominant. If Cara Delevingne walked out...
Again, another self-report, by the way. Another self-report where Ben Shabibo is like, I like what the Afghans are doing. Or you're literally an Orthodox Jew. What are you talking about? Like, what the fuck? Like, listen, if my religious practices also fucking covered women up, I wouldn't be talking about it like this, okay? I wouldn't unironically be like, it's only bad when the Muslims do it. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, women are not allowed to dress up this way.
Out on the streets of Afghanistan, she would be dead within approximately 22 seconds because she doesn't live in a patriarchy. That's the thing. She lives in a free republic. Okay, but peg the patriarchy, such courage. Oh, and doing it at the Met Gala of all places. I mean, she's not even doing...
Ben Shapiro's worldview is strikingly similar to the Taliban. Okay? Make no mistake. Like, let's not act like Ben Shabibo's worldview is not literally like, the only difference between Ben and like some fucking mullah in Afghanistan is that they can get away with doing whatever the fuck they want because they run the country now. Whereas Ben can't get away with everything that he wants, so he has to fucking act like he's not totally disgusted by the existence of homosexuals and women being able to fucking wear whatever they want. So he has to couch that kind of like anger that he feels towards them in a more acceptable medium so that he can still continue to be like welcomed in liberal circles, you know, because he maintains that civility. That's the only fucking difference, dude. Okay?
Doing it like a truck stop in Ohio. She's doing it at the Met Gala. That's where the patriarchy lives. Unbelievable courage. Stunning bravery. And we'll get to more of this in just one second because it is indicative of the culture gap that has emerged in the United States and that actually has basically...
I can't believe you believe the patriarchy exists, and yet here you are, unmurdered in the streets for wearing what you're wearing. Yes, the only manifestation of patriarchy is when women are murdered for wearing clothes. Anything outside of that is not even indicative of the patriarchy. Like, yeah, cool, dude, sick. Yeah, only patriarchy exists in Afghanistan, and it's bad in Afghanistan, but if it existed here in my own personal community, of course, I welcome that, because You know, I'm white. So there's that. It's only bad when the Browns do it.
Divided the country. Everybody thinks in the intelligentsia that it's economics that divides America. Economics does not divide Americans. Everybody seems to think that it's policy that divides Americans. In some cases, it's policy, but more than that, it is this cultural divide where you have half the country that believes that their politics are values and that their values are better.
Wait. That's literally conservatives too. What the fuck? Then you're literally a religious conservative. What the fuck is he saying? You unironically advocate for like religious conservatism at the federal level. I don't understand. Like, which side is like thinking that their politics are fucking values? Politics are values, by the way. Both sides do it. I don't know why the fuck Ben is like acting like it's only liberals that do this. What the fuck?
That's what they actually believe. They believe that this is an act of courage to wear a thing that says peg the patriarchy.
No, it is not a fucking courageous act to wear peg the patriarchy to the fucking Met Gala. He's like building a fucking straw man, a liberal straw man that, you know, isn't super far from the fucking truth. There are liberals who probably do think, oh my God, this is such a brave thing. But ultimately, it's a fucking completely idiotic, empty-headed fucking take, okay? It's a silly bitch shit.
To the Met Gala. Or to wear, or to take a little purse that says, "In gay we trust," to the Met Gala, rebelling against the obviously deeply
What the fuck is this? Shame on you, Ethan Klein and Hassan Piker. Did I get fucking clickbaited by? Oh, I got clickbaited by Philip DeFranco. We're making it, boys. We're done. We're done. Philip DeFranco is officially using me as clickbait regularly. I'm gonna get another text from Morant in a little bit. The patriarchy doesn't exist. Also, you know, join my bounty hunter organization that I created so we can make $10,000 every time we snitch on a woman trying to get an abortion. Patriarchy, only in Afghanistan. Definitely not in America, by the way.
Homophobic board of the Met Gala. By the way, I mean, who are you rebelling against? I'm wondering. To whom are you speaking?
I gotta pee. I'll be back.
Like the chairs of the 2021 Met Gala are Timothée Chalamet, who most recently was Oscar nominated for playing a gay person in a film, which is still okay, by the way. You're allowed to be straight and play a gay guy, which, frankly, I don't understand that. That seems like that violates all the strictures that we have been told exist when it comes to you're not allowed to act like a person you're not. Billie Eilish, obviously very homophobic. Amanda Gorman, super homophobic. And Naomi Osaka. And Tom Ford also is an honorary chair, as is Adam Mosseri and Anna Wintour. I mean, can you imagine a bigger level of anti-gay bigotry than that? And the courage of Megan Rapinoe walking up wearing an "In Gay We Trust" purse, like unbelievable. They're all cosplaying Revolution Gang. It's cosplaying. It is a mockery. So I'm glad they do it. We didn't even get to the best. We're getting there, guys. Hang on. First, let us talk about a simple fact. A lot of your equity is tied up in your home. It could be a $50,000, $100,000, it could be more. Cybercrime experts are alerting homeowners the more equity you have, the greater the chance foreign and domestic criminals will come after you. After all, as John Dillinger once says, the reason that he robbed banks is because that's where the money was. The basic concept exists when it comes to home equity as well. Home title theft is one of the fastest growing crimes. In fact, Home Title Lock, America's leader in home title protection, is alerting homeowners that could already be a victim and not know it. Here's how it goes down.
Oh, I love when you swap from fucking moralizing about Timothée Chalamet playing a gay person as a straight guy to like home title theft is one of the biggest problems in America.
Was Oscar nominated cybercrime victims. Then they put and medievalstyle.com. You wouldn't leave your safe open and then your front door open. So why would you do that with regard to your home equity, which is probably your biggest store of value? Go check them out right now. HomeTitleLock.com. That is Home Title Lock. So Grimes showed up. And frankly, I don't know anything about Grimes other than that this dress is hideous. But this person, Grimes, who I will assume her gender for the sake of...
Okay, you wanna know my hot take? I obviously think Grimes is a fucking clown and shit. Actually, I don't think her dress is bad. I low-key liked her dress. I immediately wanted to say true just because I don't like Grimes, but her dress was fucking cool. It was fucking dope, dude. It was dope. I mean, it's subjective, but I liked it.
Of argument. She showed up carrying...
Like, what the fuck does this clown know about fashion, by the way? I mean, you could say the same about me, too, but at least I fucking put some effort into it. This motherfucker is like a cartoon character. He just has like a closet full of the same clothes that he wears every day.
A large medieval style sword. Now, this sword is special. Because again, remember, cosplaying. This sword is super special because this sword was from a melted down AR-15.
That concept is like not bad either. I mean, it's cool. It's fucking cool. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with anything that Grimes did, except for fucking dating Elon Musk and like defending him regularly. You know?
Now, here's the thing about that. So, if you are going to do the swords into plowshares routine, you actually have to beat the sword into a plowshare. What a stupid person would do is beat the sword down into 2 daggers. That doesn't have the same impact. So if your idea is, I will take this very dangerous weapon and I will melt it down into a slightly less dangerous weapon, this just makes you seem stupid. Which, unfortunately for us, our celebrity class, most certainly are.
Dude, this is such a funny fucking take. It's like, he isn't wrong? What? No, of course he's fucking wrong. First of all, it's literally an art thing. It's not for actual combat. And if swords are only slightly less dangerous than AR-15s, then let's do it. Let's just arm everybody with swords instead of fucking AR-15s. Why isn't the American military using the fucking melted down swords when they go into Afghanistan? Huh? Why the fuck are they kitted out with AR-15s then? So dumb. And it's not like she's going to use the fucking sword to kill people, you psycho.
So there was that. And right now I'm just doing the political stuff, right? I mean, then there's just the bizarre, like Kim Kardashian showing up wearing the GIMP outfit from Pulp Fiction. Right? This is just bizarre. Like, I don't even know what's happening here. By the way, we were speaking about outfits that might be popular in Afghanistan these days. This one might be popular. So you have Kim Kardashian. But then you have Carolyn...
Again, Ben Shapiro. It's only bad when the Taliban do it. It's good when we do it.
Maloney. So Carolyn Maloney is a congresswoman from New York. Her net worth is somewhere in the neighborhood of $10 to $13 million.
Yeah, she sucks. She sucks. Is terrible.
She's been a congressperson since...
She's exactly the type of person that goes to the fucking Met Gala, by the way.
1993. So she is not a victimized woman in the United States because, let's face it, women in the United States are not as a class victimized. That is a silly, silly contention, especially given the fact that not only do a majority of college students, not only are they female, a vast majority of college students are female. In fact, there's pretty good evidence that males are dropping out of the college force at exorbitant rates, and nobody wants to talk about it because, of course, males are the baddies. Males are the patriarchy. Doesn't matter that the patriarchy doesn't actually rule the country, but still. So Carolyn...
Yeah, dude, the patriarchy doesn't rule the country. Once again, look to Texas, okay? Look to the fucking Supreme Court. Look to the Federalist Society. Look to all of these minority groups that represent the interests of, like, literally a fucking very vocal minority, the evangelical base, and what they subject women to in the form of legislation or by completely subverting legislation and also well-established fucking amendments in an effort to well-established Supreme Court decisions in an effort to fucking shit on women across the board. Like, I love that his proof is that women dominate the country now because there's more women going to college. Sick, dude. I can't believe that there are more women going to college than men now, so that they can also suffer in the fucking dog shit jobs market with the rest of the men, okay?
Maloney wore this dress that has these giant banners coming out of the side of it saying equal rights for women. So much bravery. At the Met Gala. And I'm just going to point out in this particular photo.
90% of all media is produced, written, and directed by men. 70% of all fashion designers are men. Women's fault for men's suffering, though.
Carolyn Maloney. She's wearing this thing that says equal rights for women. By the way, she's most famous in Congress for having back at the beginning of the Afghan war worn a full burqa on the floor of the House to demonstrate how much she cared about equal rights for women in Afghanistan. Meanwhile, let's say that her criticism of the Biden administration for pulling out of Afghanistan and those women being stuffed back into burqas has been at least somewhat muted. Anyway, in this particular...
Oh my fucking Lord, dude. Back then, what she did was not good. Like, that was psychotic, dude. Only a bloodthirsty monster like Ben Shapiro would, like, end up criticizing Carolyn Maloney's idiotic fucking acts in Congress and then flub that. Like, you have a wide open opportunity to shit on this person, okay? Like, a wide open opportunity to shit on this person, and then you fucking ended up making it. You just fumbled it, dude. You fucking fumbled it, you dumbass. It's good when she's virtue signaling 20 years ago in Congress. It's bad when she's not virtue signaling enough now in Congress. It's also bad that she's virtue signaling at the gala.
Particular photo. Carolyn Maloney cosplaying. She has this equal rights for women, these banners coming off. And in the background, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 women, all staffers for the Met Gala, who are all masked. She is not wearing a mask because she is a special. She is a special person. Now, one of the things that we have been told is that if you are vaccinated, you are still supposed to mask. Right? This is what the CDC now says because they're idiots. This is because they have decided that we have to protect the unvaccinated from the vaccinated, and we have to protect the vaccinated from the unvaccinated. None of it makes any sense. But these are the rules. We have been told the rules by our moral betters that you are supposed to mask no matter where you go. And it does not matter if everybody at the ball had already been tested. It doesn't matter if everybody at the ball had been vaccinated. You're still supposed to wear the mask unless you are one of the special people. If you're Carolyn Maloney and you want equal rights for women, equal rights for some women, you see. If you're the staffing help, if you are the poor suckers who got roped into providing the stage support for this little show, then you have to mask up in the background. It really is quite telling, right? You have all the women in the background who are all wearing masks because they are part of the lower class. And then you have the specials. And the specials, except for Kim Kardashian, who's wearing a bag over her head, all the specials are completely unmasked. Contra the CDC.
This is the worst part about it. Okay, this is the worst part about it because, once again, heightening the contradictions within the classes only to fucking take that anger, that justifiable anger that the working class should feel towards those who have more than them or those who have accrued their wealth off of the exploitation of the working class, and then redirecting it back to like mask wearing, some bullshit aesthetic fucking public health measure that you're upset about, okay? That sucks. That fucking sucks. And it's effective. It radicalizes people. That is a powerful image. You see that, you don't like wearing masks, and you see this shit, you see the fucking public health measure, and you see that it's like actually not for those who are wealthy, actually not for those who are, you know, attending the gala. And that sucks. So is it true or not? The CDC's public health measures are good. Okay? They are. They're ultimately to fucking, make sure that people don't die. But all of those people there are fucking vaccinated. Every single person that's there is vaccinated. Like, literally every single person. Perhaps those people that are working behind the fucking scenes could have also went about this unvaccinated. Or not unvaccinated, sorry. They could have went about this without wearing masks. But the OSHA guidelines dictate that you have to wear a mask. They're supposed to wear the mask inside, not on the carpet. Yeah, they're taking photos. This is a part of like, it's like the same concept as, like, I shot stuff, if you guys remember, at the 100 Thieves compound. I was already vaccinated, but this was a time when not everyone was. And when we were shooting something, like when I was on camera, I didn't wear a fucking mask, obviously. You're not supposed to wear a fucking mask when you are on camera. But when I was off camera, they made you wear a mask all the time. Now, I don't know if they're still doing that. They publicly admit to not wearing a mask. Bitch, you've seen me not wear a mask in public in a fucking shoot. It's like me saying, why the fuck is Ben Shapiro not wearing a mask right now in his own studio? You brain dead idiot. Corona doesn't stop when you're on camera. But obviously, it would be fucking ridiculous to make everybody wear a mask when they're literally on camera. The best way to avoid this problem, however, is to be like, every single person in here is tested. Every single person in here has been vaccinated. Every single person in here has been tested. So this is what you get, an unmasked event. If you actually fucking do the, you actually fucking get tested and get vaccinated. Including the people that are working on the sidelines.
7 women, all staffers for the Met Gala, who are all masked. She is not wearing a mask because she is a special. She's a special person. Now, one of the things that we have been told is that if you are vaccinated, you are still supposed to mask. Right? This is what the CDC now says because they're idiots. This is because they have decided that we have to protect the unvaccinated from the vaccinated, and we have to protect the vaccinated from the unvaccinated. None of it makes any sense. But these are the rules. We have been told the rules by our moral betters that you're supposed to mask no matter where you go. And it does not matter if everybody at the ball had already been tested. It doesn't matter if everybody at the ball had been vaccinated. You're still supposed to wear the mask unless you are one of the special people. If you're Carolyn Maloney and you want equal rights for women, equal rights for some women.
By the way, this is precisely why fucking promoting these sorts of events is like not a good look ultimately, okay? Like, because everyone's going to shit on you. Same with the fucking Obama, birthday. Like, people are going to fucking use this as an opportunity to be like, yeah, look at you, dude. Look at these fucking people. Like, they're having fun. You don't get to have fun.
Women, you see. If you're the staffing help, if you are the poor suckers who got roped into providing the stage support for this little show, then you have to mask up in the background. It really is quite telling, right? You have all the women in the background who are all wearing masks because they are part of the lower class. And then you have the specials. And the specials, except for Kim Kardashian, who's wearing a bag over her head, all the specials are completely unmasked. Contra the CDC. Because they're the revolutionaries, guys. They are indeed the revolution. Okay, in 1 second, we're going to get to the greatest of all cosplaying revolutionaries. The inimitable, irreverent, irreplaceable, so fresh, so face, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. So much freshness, so much faceness. The fresh face, brilliant, unbelievable, revolutionary, stunning, iconic. We're going to get to this in just 1 second because I have some thoughts. First, let us talk about a simple fact, which is you'd like to keep your home safe. I'd like to keep my home safe. It matters a lot to me. This is why I rely on Ring Alarm, particularly when I am out of town.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Come on. Oh, wow. He fucking talked about this for 23
Revolutionary cosplayers. So fresh. So unbelievably face.
Dude, he is so horny. He is like... Dude, someone needs to stop Ben. I mean, he is too horny. He is uncontrollably horny. He fucking fit 2 ads in there, dude.
Some freshness and the fresh of faceness. AOC showed up to the Met Gala. Now, nothing says woman of the people like showing up to a gala where the average ticket costs $30,000. Now, I assume she didn't pay for that. I assume that she was gifted the ticket by somebody in the management at the Met Gala. She wore a white dress from I actually was wondering who the maker of the dress was. Apparently, the maker of the dress is some famous shoe designer. I guess they don't even sell dresses normally. So they made it special for her. And she was wearing a special white dress with a slogan on the back of it reading, "Tax the Rich." Tax the rich. At the Met Gala, surrounded by all of the rich people, including AOC, who makes $174,000 a year, not being a barmaid, but being a person who is in Congress mouthing off on Instagram.
I mean, I'm in favor of fucking lowering how much congresspersons get paid, to be perfectly clear. Like, but $174,000 a year that you're getting paid, especially when you're fucking AOC and you don't have when you don't have assets. like Joe Manchin or every other fucking politician, I don't know. Probably, you know, a lot of your money is going directly to rent in DC and also in New York. And also, the hilarious part about this is like, well, she was just a barmaid. Like, you're already admitting it, dude. You're literally admitting. You are literally fucking admitting that, like, this is a person who went from, like, working at a fucking bar to being a prominent congressperson who got invited to the fucking Met Gala in 3 years. Okay? Like, there is no, like, glow up story harder than that. The only reason why Ben hates it is because she did it while also representing leftist values. If there was a bartender, a self-made bartender that became like a capitalist voice, like a young capitalist voice, Ben would love this. He would fucking love it, dude. He would be like, oh my God. He would never shut the fuck up about it. Schrodinger's AOC. She's working class barmaid, but also she's a filthy rich elitist. Yeah, exactly.
She is not a member of the lower classes in the United States, gang. Neither is Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is a millionaire who owns 3 homes. AOC is not a member of the blue-collar working class any longer. Okay, so AOC shows up to the Met Gala to hobnob with the rich and famous. Now notice, again, this is cosplaying the revolution. She isn't outside yelling at the people going into...
Rags the richest by becoming a politician? Bro, rich is not true here, okay? Like, I don't think AOC's caked up. I'm going to be honest with you. You get mad at me, say I'm out of touch, be like, oh, yo, look at this guy, Twitch streamer, thinks like $174,000 is not a lot of money. Like, oh my God. Like, if you think that this person is like fucking super caked up now, you're a psycho. Okay? Like, she went from, yeah, rags to financially stable in comparison to where she was before. She gets paid the private speak. Show me. Show me. She gets more than 170K through benefits law. Show me. Chatters whose fucking parents make more than that, okay, are literally like living in their little McMansions in fucking Idaho being like, oh my God, AOC is so fucking caked up. She's so rich. Most of her fucking wealth, her unearned wealth, is going directly to fucking rent. Okay? And also, she didn't set the salary. So why are we having this fucking conversation? It's so wild to be like, I can't believe AOC is not, like, well, what's your counter? That she should, AOC needs to fucking give her money, all of her money away now. Like, fact check, Representative AOC's net worth is not close to $1 million. When she took office in 2019, AOC reported in her first financial disclosure that she had a checking account, a brokerage account, and a 401k plan through the National Hispanic Institute that were worth between $3,000 and $45,000. Her student loan debt through the U.S. Department of Education at the time was listed between $15,000 to $50,000. During the September 2019 hearing on student loan debt, Ocasio-Cortez says she made a payment that reduced her student loan debt to $19,000. Income from the taco restaurants where she tended bar and from her 2018 congressional campaign totaled $25,000. Members of Congress are paid $174,000 a year. We rate that AOC has racked up more than $1 million in net worth as a member of Congress is false based on our research. Going to an event for the rich elites while simultaneously claiming to be against those people is hypocritical? I don't think so. I don't. The only part of that that is like fucking not hypocritical, but just a bad look for PR is wearing a dress that says tax the rich and making it seem as though you went to a fucking Met Gala event as an act of political activism, as an act of selfless political activism. I don't think that hanging out with actors and recording artists aren't the rich she's talking about. How is AOC as a leftist socialist not a hypocrite for going to the Met before you say I'm not a McMansion Andy? I think the only hypocritical side of things is making it seem as though you're doing it as a act of activism. That's it. That's it. Because it plays to the fucking hogs and even normies. It plays right into their fucking desires. It plays right into their fucking false understanding of what like leftism is supposed to represent.
The Met Gala, that they need to be taxed more. She's not outside telling them that they should be giving all of the money not to the Metropolitan Museum of Fashion, but to actual poor people. Because let me tell you something. If you donate to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, that money ain't going to the poor. Okay? Instead, the idea here is that she is...
See, this is what fucking frustrates me. This is the secondary part of this that frustrates me. Art is oftentimes used as a vehicle for tax evasion. This is certainly true. But I fucking hate that Republicans use this as an opportunity to shit on, like, funding cultural programs. I fucking despise that, dude. It makes me so mad. It's just like, dude, that's not a bad thing, okay? Funding museums and cultural programs is not a bad thing. Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit. Fuck you, okay? Seriously, fuck you.
She's a heroine. It's iconic, according to reporters for Rolling Stone. Iconic. Oh, incredible. She is, here she is wearing this dress that says tax the rich. And we're all supposed to swoon because, again, she's not actually doing anything revolutionary. She's going to a bunch of people who agree with her about taxing the rich, at least when they're at events like this. And then they go home and they say to their accountant, so where do I stash my cash so I don't get taxed? That's how...
You're making this up. This is projection. And this is the exact same kind of projection that I get too. It's like, it's just, you're literally, you're doing a self-report on how you operate. So you assume that every single person has to be doing the same exact thing. That's it. It's deep suspicion that stems from where you come from, like where you're at, how your attitudes are.
How it actually works in Hollywood. You have a bunch of Hollywood higher ups. I'm happy to pay the highest taxes in all the land, and then they call up Berman the accountant. They're like, okay, figure out where to stash Cayman Islands. Would that work for you? How do I avoid?
You're projecting too, hypocrite. Self-report? Wait, what? How am I projecting? This is something that people say about me all the fucking time too. It's like, oh, dude, you're like, you're utilizing loopholes. You must be like avoiding fucking taxes as best as you can. Motherfucker, I live in California, okay? The fuck do you mean, dude? Of course, many people advocated for me to move to a different place where, property values were obviously a little bit more reasonable. And of course, if I had done that, those are oftentimes states that have no income tax, and that would mean that I was doing tax avoidance. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. You never win in that circumstance. You know what I mean? Like if I moved to fucking Texas or Nevada, where property values are significantly lower, so I could have like a fucking nice house for way, way cheaper. And of course, I would be doing it for tax avoidance. So, there's that too. Why do you care if you're a hypocrite if you're not doing the Puritan ideologue, but two, what?
What's the minimum I can pay? I noticed a lot of these people are not big on actually the giving of the charity or...
Hasan, your bias for AOC is showing? Why? Because I'm not blindly fucking making an assertion that AOC is like trying to fucking hide her, $174,000 salary that gets divvied up between her fucking apartment in New York and DC? Really? That's why? Because I'm not like making shit up about AOC? Like, is that what we're doing? What a fucking psychotic take from you, chatter. Like, Hasan, you're so biased towards AOC because you're not biased against AOC in the way that I am. She's worth $7 million. No, she's not. You're fucking 14 years old and you have no comprehension of money or anything. Like, how is she evading taxes with a $174,000 salary? Explain that to me. $7 million, this guy said. Does she not have appearance fees and speaking fees? Go ahead, find it. Show me. Show me how much money she's making off of her appearance fees and speaking fees. Go ahead.
The signing of a larger checks to the federal government, I've noticed. But AOC decides to show up and she's going to shame them. And they all look.
Motherfuckers are like, yeah, just source, trust me, bro. Bro, just trust me, bro. Okay, that's my source.
Deeply ashamed, right? They all look as though they have been just slapped in the face with a wet fish. Or, alternatively, they know that she's just part of the game. Because, again, Robespierre didn't show up at Versailles wearing culottes that said, kill the monarchs. He just killed the monarchs.
So what's up? Is AOC now supposed to kill the fucking capitalist class? Is that what she's advocating for? Why is Ben Shapiro falsely taking the fucking stance that a social democratic or democratic socialist, but like definitely, you know, her fucking political desires in the short term certainly are just, you know, basic social democracy. Why is that supposed to be like murdering the fucking wealthy? Like, I don't understand. Would you appreciate it more if she was murdering the wealthy? I am confused by this. I worked for the IRS. Looking at her data, she recently made $3 million by selling a property in California. Wow, that's interesting. Was it in West Hollywood?
If you're going to be a revolutionary, you got to be a revolutionary. You don't get to hobnob with the let them eat cake crowd, which is.
But she's not. And that's what I'm always looking at, where it's like, she's not a fucking revolutionary. She's not. She's literally a politician. Why the fuck would a politician be a revolutionary? If she wanted to be a revolutionary, or if others that claim to be revolutionaries, they would be doing revolutionary organizing, okay? Which, by the way, being a social democratic politician in the United States of America will most likely contribute more to revolutionary organizing by, at the very least, normalizing these sorts of positions for a broader audience that would have never even fucking heard about this shit, so they can be radicalized on their own beyond that. Okay?
Is what she is doing. And there's still a lot of people in this country who are suffering, who can't go back to work. In New York City, you can't go back to work in a lot of places because of all the vaccine requirements.
Why are internet leftists using the same arguments that conservatives do? Because I think a lot of people have false expectations that they placed upon AOC. I think that like it's the same concept as like Hasan bought a fucking house. It's like, no, you decided that I believed in the same fucking style of politics that you have, that you yourself never actually abide by. If given the chance, you would probably also not abide by those personal brand of ideological leftism. Okay? And they do the same shit for AOC, where they're like, you know, she's supposed to be this like revolutionary vanguard. It's like, she's not. Is she doing performative activism in that situation? Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. Without a doubt. That is performative activism. But the reason why I don't shit on AOC for doing performative activism as much, beyond like, it's fucking PR blunder and it's going to make her look worse, ultimately, to like the Normans. The reason why I don't give a shit about that is because she does good work. She does good work in Congress. Okay? That's just the reality. She does significantly better work than the overwhelming majority of congresspersons, alongside the rest of the progressive caucus. The Franco Games, thank you for the 10 tier 1 gift subs. Oh shit, dude. Is that Phil? Is that Sexy Phil's very own account? No, I'm not gonna watch the entire 45 minutes. We're done after this. We're done after Ben Shapiro stops sucking AOC's toes on the timeline. What exactly has she led or passed in Congress, though, that doesn't just make her sound like a grifter? We talked about this earlier. She literally repealed a fucking amendment that that put a fucking cap on public funding or publicly funded housing in states that was passed in like 1998. This is one of the many different things that she's done. She does a lot of fucking fundraising for mutual aid. She takes care of her own district like a motherfucker, okay? And people from her district will admit this. She, on top of that, absolutely fundraises like crazy for mutual aid. And then on the legislative side, her and the rest of the Progressive Caucus are actually putting up a really strong front against the moderate Democrats, okay? Against the moderate Democrats that are trying to yeet the $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation package. She doesn't get fucking funded by big business. She advocates for social democratic principles and values. I don't have a problem with that. I think that's significantly better than like 98% of Congress, dude. You're crazy. Now, do I fear that all the glitz and glamour will inadvertently, co-opt her and what she believes in and move her slowly but surely away from, like, actually organizing for the values that we all believe in that genuinely provide better material conditions for the working class? I do. I actually do worry about that. Her fucking, for the record, her foreign policy is terrible. Her foreign policy is not good. Not good at all. Her takes on Cuba were bad. Her takes on Bolivia was bad. Her takes on Venezuela were bad. She is consistently almost militant when it comes to American foreign policy. It's not good. I criticize that regularly. Her takes on Israel has only recently changed. And that means that, she's, what do you call it? That means that she's, like, at least susceptible to change. Maybe she's right? No, what the fuck? No. AOC's infinite salary. Thank you for the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Why do you think that is? Because most people don't give a fuck about American foreign policy. Her takes on Bolivia in the immediate were not good. She changed her stance on Bolivia afterwards. But, like, she did meet with some of her constituents that were literally fucking advocating for the Bolivian Christian fascists. So, it's not great. For most of you, that is the only thing that matters. You cannot be a leftist and not recognize international struggle. It's a litmus test. I mean, dude, you're talking to me. We're going to watch the Philip DeFranco video in a second. This was literally the day after the coup. What's happening in Bolivia isn't a democracy, it's a coup. The people of Bolivia deserve a free, fair, and peaceful election, not violent seizures of power. Yeah, but she also literally met with people that were advocates for the Christian fascists. She gets duped with foreign policy stuff. She gets duped by like random people. Do you guys remember when she was talking about Israel and Palestine and literally had like some random fucking person tweeted him, some random Zionist tweeted him, and she was like, okay, I'm gonna fucking coalesce. I'm gonna talk to you. Meeting with people doesn't mean she doesn't agree with them. No, she gets, I think, she is American, okay? And Americans regularly fucking are not knowledgeable. What is this? AOC speaking fees? One is a world-class fighter, the fifth most athlete in the world. The other is a freshman public servant who pretends to be poor yet to charge the exact same speaking fee. Where is this from? CelebrityTalent.net? That's your fucking... That's your proof? CelebrityTalent.net, dude? Dude, fuck it, dude. Yo, fuck it. Let's just watch some porn. Actually, you know what? I just want to be banned at this point. Fuck it. This is the processing power of my fucking community is AOC speaking fees from CelebrityTalent.net. Yet another one of those like AI organized websites that say I'm already married with children and have like a vast net worth of $17 million. Come on, bro. Anyway. Porn react stream would be cool, actually. What is this? Oh, dude, Keemstar. Oh, my fucking God. Yeah, well, yeah, I know. Okay, where the fuck were we? Let's finish this Ben Shabibo video, please. Oh my God, for the love of Christ.
AOC's district is one of the less wealthy districts in New York. And here she is.
Yeah, he should have, yeah, and she's insanely popular. So what does that tell you, dumbass? As we honor the coup victims in Bolivia, I want to thank AOC for her leadership. She was one of the few in the U.S. Congress to denounce the coup, and she passed legislation that banned the U.S. from sending weapons from crowd control equipment to Ania's regime. Okay, yeah, okay, not Bolivia. I take back what I said about Bolivia. The Times, my workday, 4-weeking, what? Here's Representative AOC. She has what is this? This shows her congressional committees that she's a part of: financial services, oversight and government reform. Her disclosure, full disclosure, $565,000. These are the funds that she got, right? Isn't that like her net worth? According to her net worth is minus $46,000, dude. She has a negative net worth back from 2018, of course. I was like fucking broken here, dude.
Is taking that out. You know, Joe Manchin, who's really bad. Joe Manchin, the plutocrat. Joe Manchin. I didn't see him at the Met Gala. I didn't see this piece of work.
Yeah, dude. Joe Manchin is actually... Dude, okay. This is the great... Okay, there you go. That's the argument, dude. Socialism is when no Met Gala. Joe Manchin is now a socialist. Okay? Joe Manchin is now a better fucking friend to the working class, despite the fact that, you know, he routinely fucks over the working class directly to fucking line his pockets.
In the Met Gala. There she was, the Met Gala, hobnobbing with all of her fashionable friends, standing up to the patriarchy, standing up to capitalism with all of these beneficiaries of capitalism who are dancing with the mask of the Red Death at the ball that protects them from being part of the rest of the pandemic. It is galling to say the least, for sure. Now, I guess the dresses designer was Aurora James, and she went with her dress designer, and she discussed what it means to be working class women of color at the Met. Yes, wow, it's like Cinderella going to the ball.
I mean, it literally is in many ways, though. Like, you already fucking made fun of her for being a barmaid. Like, you literally are talking about someone who worked at a fucking bar and had a negative net worth until like 2 years ago, who's now like a prominent figure in leftist fucking spaces, who was invited to the fucking Met Gala. Like, yeah. Why are you so fucking triggered by this, dude? I don't understand. I mean, I know why he's triggered by this. Like I said, if it was a fucking Republican in a similar position, Republicans would love fucking talking about how great this guy is. Okay?
Yeah, wow. There was AOC. She was sitting in her kitchen doing an Instagram post about how to make a smoothie. And she looked over into the fire and she just began sifting through the ashes for a potato, a crumb to eat. And that's when they began calling her AO Cinderella.
Dude, I hate this. Like, I hate this so much. Like, you have to literally be in a destitute position to advocate for fucking progressive change, dude.
And AO Cinderella then had Billy Porter arrive as the fairy godmother and grant her wish, which was to go to the ball with all of the special people wearing a dress that said on the back, tax the rich.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about the fucking, her meeting with constituents that, like, were the coup organizers. You know why? Because ultimately she called it a fucking coup d'etat, and then she continued to stop the coup from, like, she continued to stop support to the coup government. So it doesn't matter. If you're still posting this after we already mentioned this, then you're fucking delusional. You just hate AOC and want to fucking shit on her. I'm even saying that I was wrong. Her takes on fucking Venezuela were bad, though, and her take on Cuba was like both siding it and talking about how like fucking Cuban people deserve freedom from the oppressive government or whatever the fuck. Same shit that Bernie Sanders does from time to time too. Don't get me wrong, okay? So. Isn't Cuba a dictatorship? Yeah, of the proletariat. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's fucking... It is definitely an oppressive structure. They have an interesting democratic organization when it comes to local elections. Ultimately, though, there are reasons as to why that governance is more authoritarian than I would like it to be, personally. And that is, of course, that they're constantly waging war with the most powerful imperialist force on the fucking planet, that they happen to literally, like, be in the backyard of. It's like a stone toss away. And they've very successfully been able to put up a fight against that imperialist force. More authoritarian than I would like them to be? No, they have a lot of authoritarian shit that they do in fucking Cuba. 1,000%. It's not good. But this notion, but remember, a lot of that is agitated and totally fucking exaggerated within American media. What happened to those fucking Cuban protests, bro? Like, what happened? Remember how everyone was rising up against the fucking Cuban government, right? Fuck, dude, that was so... People were so fucking mad. And then as soon as that conversation shifted over to the genuine concern that hurts Cuban people, both even Cuban Americans that are not complete psychopaths, and also Cubans living in Cuba, which is the fucking insane sanctions and the embargo, and America controlling all manner of fucking goods going in and out of Cuba, all of a sudden, we stopped talking about Cuba Libre immediately. Okay? Why'd that happen? How'd that happen? What's happening? Are they still dying out there? Yeah, everybody fucking forgot about Cuba. Yeah, the authoritarian Cuban regime, for some weird reason, is fucking less brutal with its fucking police force than the American one, so. Come the fuck on, dude. Half the fucking protest footage that Fox News and American media showed were literally pro-government protesters. Yeah, and the biggest counter protest to Cuba was trying to make, or at least on this platform, was claiming that saying gusano is a fucking slur. And it got people to like I got people to unironically call it the G word for like a week. Now everybody forgot about it. Do you want to know why? Because it's all fucking bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Wow. And then she turned back into a pumpkin. She had to go back to Washington, D.C. and hang out with all the other pumpkins. So here she was, blue-collar AOC, explaining her own heroism. Not all heroes wear capes. Some wear $2,000 dresses designed by Aurora James. Here she is.
When Aurora and I were first kind of partnered, we really started having a conversation about what it means to be working class women of color at the Met. And
oh my God.
Why do you get to decide if it's a slur or not? I mean, I don't. I just think it's fucking ridiculous. Like, you know, crying about fucking cracker being a slur or Karen being a slur. You don't have that same moral consistency that you uphold, that you value so much. If you're literally fucking running around saying cracker or Karen or any number of different things, so shut the fuck up, bitch. Also a slur. Triggered little bitch. Anyway.
That, you know, we can't just play along, but we need to break the fourth wall and challenge some of the institutions. And you know, while the Met is known for its spectacle, we should have a conversation about it.
Well, they're known about the spectacle. We should have a conversation about it. You know what the conversation is? That you're a hypocrite. That's the conversation. We're standing outside with the signs.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. That is what the conversation turned into, which is why I'm saying that, like, it didn't yield a productive conversation about, like, you know, taxing the wealthy or, you know, having Gilded Age level wealth inequality. Okay, it was just not good. It was like fucking bad. It was a flop, straight up. Okay, like people keep saying, but it trended on Twitter. But it trended. Like, yeah, it trended for the wrong reasons. Okay. Liberals might have liked it. The View talked about it.